strikers have intervened when things were going along really nicely for the team in lime green. Not on the money again.
Going to feel the pressure here, Sam Constance. He's struggled against spin so far this year, just striking at 109. So that's trouble for him, batting at number 4 against Lloyd Pope, who's got his tail up now.
Tossed up, driven, on the bounce.
And Cal, this is the difference when you work out as number 4 and you've got fielding pressure in front of you. You've got short cover close, you've got mid-wicket close. Boundaries are all covered. Can't find any cheap runs.
Yeah, Rossi.
Constance keen to get to the other end. Warner's very quick. There's a direct hit. Warner looked like he was home.
It's great fielding from Alex Ross. Off the bench and into the action. But you're right, Hodgie.
Got a beautiful run out at the striker's end. Space side on Henry, please. Just take it back.
Yeah, it looks safe there. But interesting,
One
Cal,
quick go,
Billings
please.
came out before. And, like, one of the things you want is to expose your young player to experiences, but you usually want your experienced person.
The bat's ground and I'm ready to make my decision for the big screen.
If you got it wrong. So safely there home, David Warner, and Constance gets off the mark. So yeah, I would have liked to see him continue to bat at number 3. And if he's going to play there, learn how to be really good at it. It's hard for young players when they get moved around the order consistently. You're trying to work out what role you're playing.
Yeah.
Warner runs the first extremely hard and sets out for the second, gets sent back. And wisely too by Constance. Oh, he's angry. Davey, he's really angry.
It would have been tight coming back for that second too. Davey Warner is quick between the wickets. I'm not sure if he noticed that perhaps Constance was a bit slow running the first.
But Constance would have been run out at the non-strikers end for sure. Warner would have got to the strikers end.
Well, and it's Alex Ross as well, who's on the field for Chris Lynn, and he's a gun fielder. So it's actually pretty smart from Sam Constance. He used some good footwork there to find the gap. So yeah, interesting over, exciting over, wicket and 3 runs from it, 2 for 77.
Madison, Sam's padded up, then Willie at 7. Run rate required has gone up to 9.89. They had it in hand with Gilks and Warner, combining nicely. 73 they put on for the first wicket, 9.4 overs. Original rate required was 8.3, so the pressure is building.
It's definitely building, and this is a tough period of the game to come out into. One of the toughest spots in the order, number 4. Constance has got it all ahead of him.
No!
And this is why you've got a lot of fielders in your face. There's 4 out, not a lot of boundary options. They're offering him straight down the ground. But you can see such a wide array of situations coming in at 4. Hodgie, you did it for a long time, I did it for a while. And you've always believed it's one of the toughest spots in the game, haven't you?
2 reasons, Ferg. Normally you come in and face a spinner that's been on fire, whether it be in this competition, Murali Dhuran, Rashid Khan, Adam Zampa.
Chance of a catch. Scott takes it. The Thunder are collapsing. Constance gone.
Well, the other thing is you look up the scoreboard and you're 2 off 5 and you need to find a boundary.
Yeah.
Great example there of Sam Constance going from under to up, not trying to keep it down, trying to go for a maximum, beaten for pace from Hassan Ali. And this is a real strong period for the Adelaide strikers. Been brilliant tonight, Hassan Ali. So Sam Constance, the number 4 experiment, hasn't worked tonight. He goes for 2. It's 3 for 77.
This has gone a bit pear-shaped for the Sydney Thunder. They have lost 3 for 4, bringing Nick Maddinson to the crease. Not sure he'll be getting the chance or option to retire tonight. He's got to be all in and build a partnership with Warner that can still see the Thunder home. Sinali's bowled beautifully. And he immediately beats Maddinson, who looks a little bemusedly down at the pitch.
That definitely looked like it nipped across him off the wicket, but can't understate how well Hassan Ali's bowled here, and also understate the decision-making around the change in lineup and the selection around it. Shamsi going out of the lineup tonight after taking 3 vital wickets over at Optus Stadium the other night. Hassan Ali coming in and putting on a masterclass. Never easy leaving someone out who's taken 3 for 30. Hodgie, they have.
No, we spoke to the hierarchy before the game, and they've got the option of 4 overseas, and they thought it was a pure match-up to the Perth Scorchers, who traditionally do struggle against spin, apart from Ashton Turner pulling out a blinder at Engie the other night. It is their thorn in their side, so good for the strikers to throw it at them.
They are going to lose both Luke Wood and Overton to the England T20 World Cup squad as well, so Shamsi coming in as an international replacement.
It's a nice array they've got up their sleeve throughout the tournament. Not all available at all times, but if you match it up with the lineup of locals they've got as well, they've got just about every base covered. Huge opportunity tonight to put some heat on the Thunder in this chase.
Nicely controlled by Warner. Might take Pope on. No, he won't. Just 2 off the over and the wicket for the excellent Hassan Ali. 3 for 79. All right, 87 needed off 48. Richo, we've noticed Alex Ross on the field. What can you tell us? Oh, there's movement at the station down near you as well.
Yeah, here we go. Phoebe and Matilda are involved there. Power surge time. So it's time for the Sydney Thunder to see if they can turn things around. From a player Mike point of view, Chris Lynn no longer going to be taking any involvement in this game. So the player Mike's with me, similar hairstyle, very, very different ability, I can assure you.
You never know, Richo. He's only a bit over 4,000 BBL runs in front of you.
You've watched enough cricket, Richo, to go and give Matty Short a bit of advice, I'm sure.
Oh, no doubting that. I'd love to get out there in amongst it all, fielding-wise. So, Linny spoken to their team management. Nothing official. Let's fingers crossed that he's okay physically.
He might have just been sick of talking to us.
That could have been, let's not rule that out. But most importantly, we need him in this tournament because he is box office when he's hitting like he was on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, my word, Richo.
Yeah, so power surge called from Sydney Thunder. Nick Maddinson thrown right in the deep end to get after it. The momentum's all with the Adelaide strikers, and it changed the way their thought pattern actually happened. Jamie Overton was about to bowl that over, and then they changed that decision and gone to Luke Wood. So proactive stuff from the Thunder.
Yeah, Warner's the key then.
I quite like it. Davey Warner is the key. He's got to be on strike. So that's what Nick Maddinson's role is there, and he got off strike. So over to you, Davey. 2 out on the leg side to both left-handers at the moment. So you'd think everything is going to be in towards Davey Warner here, giving him no room to free his arms up. So look for Davey to just give himself a bit of room at some stage here. And Luke Wood might go with the double bluff wide outside with a slow ball at some point.
Really well bowled. Gave Warner very little to work with there.
Good execution. He was actually, the way he shaped up, he was praying for a little bit of width outside off stump, and the execution from Luke Wood just didn't allow that to happen. I think after that ball now, Davey might switch and go, you know what, I'm just going to go with it, get inside it and flick it over fine leg. He's got a beautiful pick-up shot. Nick Maddinson might be the same. Don't try and fight the angle of the left arm. Go with it, help it over deep square leg.
Maddinson, there we go, hoists it up and into the crowd. Oh, what a take! Oh, yes. You've made yourself an Instagram star.
What a catch that is.
2 cans.
He's got 2 frothies in the left hand. And he's plucked it. What a beauty this is.
1 hand, 2 cans, take a bow. That's a classic.
If you don't mind.
The most Australian catch you'll ever see.
Oh, it reminds me of Nick Benton, former South Australian cricketer, on a buck show at Adelaide Oval when Travis Head was playing out here, and he hit him a catch and caught it very similar.
Up and over that goes. Sweetly timed. Oh, that's good running. Maddinson gets back for 3.
Tell you what, I'm not sure if anyone picked that up, but when Jamie Overton went to pick that ball up and slid, he slid about 3 or 4 metres across the turf there, which shows you, or tells you the sign that there's some serious dew out there on the Adelaide Oval. So that's good signs for the batting unit. Ball now will just come on a fraction faster to the bat. Won't grip as much in the surface. Those slower deliveries will become less challenging.
Wowee. What an over that was. It had it all. 3 for 92 after 13.
Get a load of this. First the shot, and then this. He didn't break stride. There wasn't a drop spilt. That's as clean a take as you could ever wish to see.
What about another old mate who was walking the other way, just thought he was going to take a simple catch, and he'd been robbed by one-hander with 2 cans in front of him. It's brilliant.
Hassan Ali to bowl the second over of the surge. And Warner lifts him over the top and sends it a long way for 6 more.
Oh, what a shot this is. Great skill. Can't wait for the replay. Gave himself a little bit of room, but he did decide to hit into the angle on offer from Hassan Ali, but the ability to keep the back face open straight through the line of the ball, that is extraordinary batting, high class, great leadership in a surge to take it in the first place, and now really maximising damage through the entirety of the surge, and they've stormed back into this contest.
13th 6 of the season for Warner. Hits it hard. Has to run hard. Short legs not to throw.
And you actually called it in the last over, that catch off the 6 from Nick Maddinson. Hodgie, you described that you'd like to see Nick Maddinson use the angle. And he did. Yep. Very next ball. This time, Davey Warner going back against it towards the shorter side, out towards the members. So clearly thinking about their game out there. They're not just wildly swinging these two. There's a tactical nuance to this.
Yeah, and the other thing is that they're probably expecting the off-speed off-cutter. So going with that variation is probably a smart move.
That's inside out. It'll land safely unless Wadia can do something amazing. 100 comes up, and for the first time in a long while, the comparison has the Thunder in front.
Yep.
4 for 99 at the same stage with the Adelaide strikers.
That's a good example of that off-speed delivery from Hassanali just holding in the wicket. Nick Madison going against the grain, trying to hit it to the onside. So he needs just to hold his shape and continue to try and go over that extra cover space.
One more added.
Now, my phone is lit up like a Christmas tree. An old mate of mine from my school days, Tom Cazella's just texted me and said the one-handed catcher is my cousin, Callum Flanagan.
Wow.
Callum Flanagan has pulled out an all-timer in the members in BBL cricket. Flanners, we're running with, are we, Nico?
Sounds about right to me. We'll find out more about him in a moment, because I know Richo. He'll be out and about. He'll track him down. Don't worry about that.
No better in the business than Jason Richardson for that interview.
Warner can't get it through the infield, but 24 taken off the surge. It's just what they needed.
You know I love with modern social media, Cal, is that your mate, TK, whoever he is, he was desperate for you to read his name
Absolutely
out.
was.
You got that text through.
Yeah.
So now he's a superstar himself.
By association.
Correct.
He's always comfortably thought that about himself anyway, TK. But he's more noted for playing in a band in the members post a day of international cricket, Tom. So he's got his name read out on TV. But his cousin Callum has pulled one out the hat. How good was that?
Yeah, great catch.
Last ball here of the over, and a dot to finish. 3 for 103. What are we talking about if you weren't with us earlier? Have a look at this. Nick Madison launches it. And then along comes Flanners.
Flanners, look at him go.
And takes an absolute beauty. And Richo, where are you, my friend?
I'm standing next to Flanners, if you don't mind. The most famous Callum we know here at Adelaide Oval.
Yes.
And I've got the number. We've got the combination. We've got the two cans. Flanners, beautiful catch, brother. Now, clearly you're a cricketer.
Used to be. Don't play anymore, but yeah, old time, yeah.
So take us through the catch. You see it come off the bat, and then you go into action. What happened?
I thought I bumped my mate out of the way and thought, oh, I'm in here. We're gonna run across and try and make sure no one gets hit. So,
okay, let's coach us through it. Kids, get the bloody hell out of the way, because this is what's happening.
just bump you out of the way.
Oh, Flanners has done this, and we're going for the catch. I would have got it. Don't worry about that. Did not spill an ounce, unlike me.
Nah, didn't spill the drop, but that's all right. The good on South Ave, eh?
Beautiful, hey? Adelaide's finest. Hey, Ferg, #1 Callum at Adelaide Oval's no longer you, my brother. It's Flanners.
No, he's got me covered by the length of Brabham Straight, I reckon. What a catch.
Well done.
Never forget that.
That was
Nico,
absolutely brilliant.
Well done, Richo.
Richo looks like he's just settling in over there now. That might be the end of him for the night. Madison goes again. Where's Flanners? It won't get to him, but it will clear the rope. That's where Richo would have been if he wasn't interviewing Flanners.
Yep.
Were we backing him in?
No, he dropped it, for sure. Particularly if he kept those two cans as well. Up and under from Madison. Gets his beautiful long swing arc when he goes to try and whack sixes, Maddo.
It's just good to see Nick Madison get going. Obviously, one of the first players to be pulled off the ground in the previous fixture, but he's really got himself going tonight. It's good to see. He's got such a power game up his sleeve when he can find his range. 20 off 10 to start.
Warner now goes to one of his preferred avenues to the boundary. Well, this is really turning around positively now for the Thunder.
Too good. Run rate just under 10 now. This is brilliant from Warner. And I think Nick Madison's kicked David Warner into gear as well. That's what he's done when he's come to the crease. 20 for 10 has enabled David Warner just to relax a little bit, be selective in his shots, and great execution. 51 from 32 with two set players at the crease. I think Maddo's going to have a big dash at this one too. Oh, he's run two.
Speaking of big dashes,
Great running.
He hasn't seen the script there, Davey.
No, he hasn't. But no, it's never easy in a scenario where things haven't gone your way the previous fixture, but Nick Madison's walked out here. He's taken on the surge. He's done it very well. Davey Warner into gear now too.
Warner gets a full toss. Overton coming around. They should get back for a couple. Well, that is a big, big over for the Thunder. 16 off it, 3 for 119. Thunder were on top in the chase, then Adelaide strikers took those quick wickets to change the trajectory, but now the worm is flying again.
Yeah, look at it go, and it's on the back of a really clever use of the surge. It's a great tool to be able to change the momentum of a fixture. Davey Warner taking it when he did has enabled this side to really launch and get ahead of the opposition worm. And it takes a partner in crime too. It's not just the set batter. Nick Maddinson has walked out and done the right thing by the team, taken it on, and he's been paid back full. This partnership's huge.
Maddinson is... Well, they've all struggled a bit with Overton's pace at times tonight. Maddinson is the next to be hit by him.
Oh, boy.
Well, look at that, 147 kilometres an hour. That is good pace from Overton. Shut your eyes, people.
No, that decision to take the surge has changed the fixture. It really has. The last 3 overs have been outstanding. 2 senior players taking charge of a run chase. So important to have experience at the crease when things aren't quite going the way you'd like them to. These two have done a fantastic job. Your point about Overton and the story about the work with Ben Lachlan, we've seen it in full flight tonight, haven't we, Hodgie?
Yeah, his length has been outstanding. We haven't seen a number of change of pace, just a couple, and he actually got met when he did bowl a couple. So it's just been that consistent banging the ball on a hard length. 3 back on the onside, so he's not going to pitch it up. And if he does, he'll get punished for it, because mid-off's up, mid-on's up, so he has to bang the ball back of a length. Challenge that 6 to 8 metre length on the pitch. Like a change of pace, actually, full of length. So a little bit of deception from the quick.
That's a good mix-up, good change. Clearly Davey Warner wasn't expecting it, but the key to it was it got outside the swinging arc. It got wide outside the off stump and made it difficult for Davey to get any leverage. As you can see there, mid-off up in the ring, mid-on up in the ring. So inviting them to hit straight down the ground.
Umpire keeps the arms down.
Yeah, I think that's good bowling, though. And I think it was just inside. So good mixing this, Hodgie.
Pretty good tactics as well, because with this field set, Maddo's expecting something short. You can see that right leg just canvassing out towards square leg, which says if it's short, I'm going to try and have a crack at it.
Yeah.
So if he's got some courage, he can bowl that rolling slow off cutter wide outside the off stump.
Just 2 off the over. And a wicket! He slams one into Maddinson's stumps. And this game, with its shifts in momentum, continues.
You miss, I hit. That's Jamie Overton's game plan at the moment. Probably a touch fuller than he would have been hoping for, but certainly hitting the stumps near the top of off stump there. So that's the game plan for Jamie Overton at the moment. Fast and at the top of off stump, and that's about as close as you can get to the top of off stump. Wonderful bowling, great planning, and the strikers hit back. Maddinson goes for a well-made 21 off 14. And the Thunder fall to 4 for 121.
Time these two teams met was Daniel Sams, who was the player of the match. 42 off 18 balls he smashed.
Yep, he smashed Lloyd Pope into the stands at Canberra from memory, Al.
Yep.
Different scenario now, facing 145 kilometres an hour shy at the stumps. That's a really good over that from Jamie Overton. 3 runs from it and a wicket. 4 for 1-2-2.
Right in the balance, and a match of consequence for both these teams. Thunder need to win every game to have a chance to play in the finals. 5 wins got the Stars in last season. And the Strikers, you can see if they win, it's only their 6th game, to jump up and join the Sixers and the Heat. Having played 1 less game in the Heat. Pope bowling, smacked away. Over it goes. Sams with a maximum.
Oh, the rematch has gone in the favour of Daniel Sams. He was the victor last time they faced. And this is just width. That is just beautifully tossed up in the slot. And the good news is that Daniel Sams went with it. Didn't try to fight it. Over extra cover. Good power. 24 from 11 balls he's got so far in the BBL off spin.
Yeah! Lloyd strikes! Oh, the roar around the Adelaide Oval. The look in the eyes of Lloyd Pope, the leggy.
Oh, they love him. They absolutely love him here in Adelaide. He's a cult figure, and for good reason. He continues to deliver for the Adelaide Strikers. Courage, tossed it up. A leg spinner didn't spin as much as expected. Daniel Sams playing across the line. Massive big heave-ho on the onside, and Popey, come on, he says, it's game on. 5 for 1-2-8.
Chris Green comes out. Starting to get some really tight finishes in the BBL at the moment.
We are, aren't we?
Yeah, this is tight as well. Season on the line, you think, for both teams. They need some momentum. They need some victories. Chris Green hasn't been amongst the runs. 35 runs, striking at 109 in this competition.
That's nice, Popey.
The Sydney Thunder continue to back in these all-rounders.
Yeah.
Always felt that most times they're one batter short in their lineup. They've got Sams, Green, Willie, McAndrew.
Yeah.
Pretty handy with the bat, but can be match winners, all 4 of them. But you wouldn't say they're bankers, particularly in a tight situation like this.
Yeah, the one thing you would say, though, is that they're now at this stage of their careers, they're experienced all-rounders, so they've got that up their sleeve. The other thing they've got is the wily bull at the other end. Yeah. Still breathing fire at this level, coming off 130. And he knows that he can clear these fences straight down the ground or square. No ground big enough for the bull when he gets going.
Well, a couple of dot balls, Scout, or a single, and this will push up to above 11.
Yeah.
First time we've seen that in a while. Required rate.
Yep.
Green chops it away.
It's a big ball to finish this, actually, Lloyd Pope. Davey Warner will probably just take his medicine and just bunt it in on the onside. Try and get maximum access to retaining the strike. knows that this is the last ball from the leg spinner, so bring the quicks back on. We'll put it in the favour of Chris Green.
Over 20,000 rally behind Lloyd. Warner knocks him away for a single. This is going to be some finish. 3 overs to go. 34 needed. 5 for 132. So the captain has decided he's got a role to play with the ball now. 34 off 18. Ferg, do you like it?
Look, I do. I think Davey Warner's the key here. So spinning away from the left-hander and inviting him to go across the line potentially against the spin. Like they've got the deep backward point for the reverse sweep too, but I don't think that'll deter Davey. I think he'll feel like he can get it fine or over cover rather than to that guy.
Oh, no.
He doesn't like it, but he rides his luck, and he finds a boundary.
Well, I thought he was out there, Davey Warner, and he got enough of it. So important boundary, first ball of the over, 4 runs. That's the big gap. Giving himself room to access that offside over, extra cover. He was beaten in flight and direction from Matty Short. He needs to continue to fire it in towards that leg stump.
He goes down the ground. Big moment this. Couldn't take it. Oh, the desperate dive. Ross out there. Not too many others you'd want in that position.
I'll tell you what, he's a brilliant outfielder, Alex Ross, but I thought he took this way too casually at the start. He had to make good ground, but it didn't look like he made big steps early and then put himself under pressure and had to dive in the end. Thought he actually made a meal of that, Alex Ross. That's a big moment in the game. 8 runs off the first 2 balls.
26 off 16.
It's a good line from Matty Short. Good change of direction.
So I think you'd say the bowling change, it paid off. It created the opportunity. He's bowled well in this over so far. So now they've got to try and get Davey Warner to make an error again. He's the key here. If he's here at the end, the Thunder win the game. It's as simple as that.
Short gets a look at Chris Green. Green hits hard out to the leg side. Single only? Well, Warner wants to come back. Green's in trouble. He's out. He's been run out. Disaster for the Thunder.
I think we heard Davey Warner call that one through. Chris Green is a long way behind this throw from the get-go, really. He responded. Let's have a look at the side on here. He was a long way gone. He just didn't get in and out before the ball was in the hands. And it was a good throw in. So another big blow to the Thunder's chances here. Chris Green goes. Thunder 6 for 142.
David Willey back in the BBL for the first time in 8 years, playing his first game for the Sydney Thunder. And he comes out into the cauldron of the Adelaide Oval. Tension everywhere.
Hey, it's a big hitter, actually. David Willey's got a good slog sweep to cow corner. Tell you what, Chris Green was upset with David Warner then, and he did call him through for 2, but there was no way in the world Chris Green was ever going to get back to the danger end. He should have told him, no, Dave, stay there.
Yep. You've always got that option, don't you, Hodgie?
Yep.
You've always got the option to say no.
Pretty good finish in the over for Matty Short after going for 8 off the first 2 balls. 11 runs from it so far, and that's the end of the over. 6 for 143.
Let's go to Richo and just get a sense of the atmosphere out there. Richo, this is going down to the wire.
Well, there's 2 teams that are just fighting to the finish here, but then there's the third factor, and that is this big crowd. 30,000 South Australians are desperate for their mighty Adelaide Strikers to hold their nerve here. And in their way is a champion of Australian cricket, I should say a champion of world cricket, in David Warner. If Warner stays for these 2 overs, the Sydney Thunder win. But 30,000 plus are hoping to see the back of the man affectionately known as the Bull.
Yeah, the Bull's pouring the ground. He loves these scenarios. He's ready to charge. Can he get his team over the line? Well, he has bowled serious heat tonight, Jamie Overton, even when factoring in his variations, so his slower balls, which are 118, 120, his average speed is still nearly 141 k's an hour.
Yeah, that's extraordinary. He's bowling with great heat. Back to his youth. We spoke to him the other week and he was talking about how he's put a real focus on this white ball format. It's paying dividends.
Warner can only get 1 here. So Willie will have the strike. 21 needed off 11.
Big Bash continues to deliver in 7 and 7 plus. Just outstanding this.
Well, in the last week or so, we've had the Gabba result with the Heat getting over the Stars in thrilling circumstances. Go to the MCG, the Renegades get over the Stars in thrilling circumstances. We come to the Adelaide Oval. It's almost every night now you're going to get a genuine thriller, serious entertainment, gripping finishes.
Thinking back to the Hurricane Scorchers game down at Bell Reeve as well.
Yep.
Needs to be tied on middle and leg, Overton.
Willie manages to get Warner on strike.
That's bowling. Really sharp bowling. He's been impressive tonight, Overton.
Got to remember, Hodgie didn't bowl an over the other night over at the Optus Stadium, quite incredibly.
So look at the coaching staff telling them to change fields, getting their players in the hot spots.
That's it. That last run out affected by Mackenzie Harvey, one of the best fielders in the game. He was standing right in the middle of the hot spot, in the right position, affected the run out. It's so crucial in these fixtures.
Warner can get a good piece of it. He's running hard, but it'll only be 1 again.
Right on cue. There he is, Mackenzie Harvey, out at the mid-wicket boundary. Might have been Alex Ross by the looks of things, so I've got that one wrong. But again, like Brad Hodge just described before, Alex Ross, one of the best in the business in the outfield. Obviously missed that chance before, but you've got your best fielders in the hot spots, making sure you're taking every chance you can.
The Englishman go at it, and the batsman wins. Hoisted over fine leg into the crowd. What a strike from Willie.
Smart batting. Beautiful scoop. Gets in line with it. Knows it over. It's going to bang it into the wicket and then just hustle across the off stump. Uses the pace of the delivery. 145 kilometres an hour. It's up and underneath it. Oh, great batting this. 13 from 8. So he's back over the wicket now, Overton. What's he got? Is he going to bang this one on a length, or is he going to push it wide outside the off stump? He was really strong on the onside, Willie. You've got to take it away from him. 2 back on the offside. 3rd and a deep point for protection.
Taken! A screamer! Matt Short
pitches, and that's given them every chance here. If that goes for 4, the game is just a completely different proposition. Well, what a catch this is. For a tall man to get so low, move so quickly, that is an incredible catch by the skipper. Both skippers standing up late for their sides. Who's going to come out on top? We're going to find out very shortly, but David Willey goes for 8 off 4. That is a massive wicket. David Willey bats in the top order over in the 100, and he's batting quite low down. He can play. That was a crucial wicket. With all the experience in the world at international level, he could have very easily seen this out with David Warner, and Matt Short has said not tonight. So that brings Nathan McAndrew out, another one of these all-rounders at the Thunder's disposal. Knows the Adelaide Oval like the back of his hand, plying his trade at the South Australian Redbacks, now known as the South Australian Cricket Association, in all formats. Well, I'll tell you what, he's got a job to do here with his skipper.
He's only had 2 bats. Last bat, 11 off 5.
And this is a free hit, this one, Hodgie. Last ball of the 19th.
Up it goes. Chance of a catch. Dropped. Wood has put him down. Oh, the drama in this match.
And it's a dot ball. They haven't taken a single. So that is the end of an eventful over. 9 runs from it and a wicket. 7 for 153. 13 runs from 6.
Listen to the crowd. They are so engaged here. There is so much happening. I know we use WinViz in the test matches to work out the percentages, the chances of each team winning. They would have been all over the shop tonight as one team looked to get in front, the other one strikes back. It's had it all, and we still don't know who will emerge victorious. Thunder must win or it's season over. They cannot make finals. They made the final last year against the Hurricanes. The Strikers need a win to push their cause forward.
There it is, right in front of us. Strikers and Thunder, both sides desperately trying to get nearer to that top 4. And I'll tell you what, this is as good as it gets. The Adelaide Oval, 30 degrees, not a breath of wind out there, perfect conditions for players, perfect conditions for viewers, whether you're on TV, on Channel 7, 7+, or you're out the ground. How good is Big Bash cricket?
Yeah.
Keeps delivering.
Well, he has to go wide here, Luke Wood. He's trying to get his field right. He's taking the time with Matty Short. They need to have a look at that time clock as well. They need to keep an eye on that. So his options are wide outside off stump to Davey Warner or Yorker.
Warner goes at him. A dot. He knows it's up to him. He's not going to expose McAndrew. He has 5 balls left.
So I think with 13 to get off the last over, you would have said that the Thunder are ahead of the game with David Warner set on 66 at the crease. 13 from 5 definitely brings it back towards the Strikers. I'd say it's still in the Thunder's hands here, Hodgie.
Yeah, they've just got to watch out. He's going to execute to that wide line again, just outside the off stump. Davey's going to look to target over mid-off.
Warner can't get it again. Brilliant bowling from Wood.
Brilliant.
Full wide. Warner's got 4.
You called it out. The execution is the important thing. You can see Warner trying to give himself some room to hit it over that vacant extra cover region. This is the moment now where Wood nearly needs to adjust and go, fire it in fast at leg stump. Davey will be on to him now. It's 2 balls. Davey needs to just hustle back towards the offside, get in line with the ball and smash it through the covers.
Warner goes to try and reverse him and he's beaten. Wow. 3 dots of mass on Warner.
Luke Wood. This has been an outstanding start to the over. Probably didn't quite land that where he would have liked. He would have been trying to stay away from the channel around 4th stump line because that's swinging up. Davey Warner went to go the lap and couldn't get any bat on it. Luke Wood desperately will try and stay out of the swinging arc. He'll try and go as wide as possible or right under his feet at leg stump, as Hodgie suggested just before.
can't do much with it. He'll have to come back for two, Davey. He can't. He's stranded at the non-striker's end. McAndrew will have to hit 2 sixes.
Well, that's the other thing. Davey's underestimated McAndrew's ability to clear the ropes. So, oh, he's not happy, Davey, is he? So one of the kabooms has taken a hammering into the turf. Tell you what, it's interesting what your mind plays tricks with you, because the one where he tried to reverse lap it was the ball that was right in the slot.
Yeah.
Right in the slot. So again, Wood will try and defend. He will push it across McAndrew. He'll push it across that wide line. Way outside off stump. 2 back defending on the point. And it is harder to hit it over extra cover for 6, so he will want to try and keep it away from that swing arc of McAndrew. Anything on middle and leg, he'll try and steer away from there.
That'll go for 4. It's not going to be enough, though.
It's beautifully bowled. Yeah, it's beautifully bowled by Luke Wood. Great execution. And that should be enough for the strikers. Beautiful execution. Absolutely outstanding this whole over. That was probably the toughest ball. He was going to have to try and hit for 6, and he's absolutely nailed it right on the wide line, almost perfectly on the crease. What an over of execution from Luke Wood.
Yeah, under pressure. And interestingly, they've had their 2 overseas players deliver the last 2 overs. So it'll be the same ball again. Won't matter if it goes for a boundary. One thing you will have to be careful of is the margin. He can't go for wide, so he'd rather be on that safer side than on the further side. If I was McAndrew, I'd go and stand basically right next to off stump and just say, if you bowl it in my eye line, I'm going to whack you up for 6 and see what happens.
Andrew goes after it, but a brilliant display of death bowling from Wood kills off the Thunder's finals chances as the hopes of the strikers soar.
Well, that's a great effort to defend that target. It looked under par at the halfway mark, 165 from the strikers. And what a bowling performance. It is the strength of the Adelaide strikers. They're overseas players. Wood, Hassan Ali, Jamie Overton, while they were absolutely superb in the wickets. Lloyd Pope again, the hometown hero who they love. Challenged the stumps, got some variations. Weren't their best in the field tonight, the Adelaide strikers. But yeah, that's a huge momentum shift for them in this tournament. And I'll tell you what, chocolates to ball lollies from the Thunder. They've gone from challenging for the title, running into a Mitch Owen blitz, to exiting the tournament just 6 or 7 games in. So that's a real hammer blow for them. But credit where credit's due.
Tomorrow night's going to be absolutely huge. In Perth, the Scorchers going well. The Renegades having revived their season with an unbelievably good win. Will Sutherland getting them home against the Stars at the MCG.